Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday the 24th of the 3rd, 2021. The time is just coming up to 0440 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American US session. Right, yesterday, Tuesday the 23rd, then we had a positive opposed driver in the yen at plus 301. Front and back door flows mainly coming out of the pound at minus 278, out the euro at minus 192, and the dollar was the positive rock at plus 169, activity plus or minus 470. Intra-week then, this is from Monday the 22nd open to about 15 minutes ago. We got a negative opposed driver in the pound, minus 289, front and back door flows, and the opposing positive flows are mainly going into the yen at plus 182, into the dollar at plus 128, and the euro was the negative rock at minus 21. Activity plus or minus 310. Finally then, intraday, which is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago, Wednesday the 24th, we've got an unopposed negative driver in the pound at minus 59, no backdoor flows, and we've got the opposing positive flows mainly going into the yen at plus 34, that should be plus, into the pound at plus 21, and the euro is the positive rock at plus 4. Activity plus or minus 59. Right, what's going to knock it about then? Well, we've got today then, Wednesday, we've got a fair bit of CPI for GBP, PMIs, so it's got inflation data really for the GBP. We've got German PMIs, and we've got US durable goods, and we've also got ECB Lagarde speech. Right, and the other thing I've noticed in the analysts at the moment is they're talking about a head and shoulders pattern in the AUD USD. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Right, so let's just get rid of this and look at what's been happening in the flows. Our trades have radically improved. We're about 2,600 or 700 points up at the moment. The only trade that's come back is the AUD dollar, which is about minus 60 points at the moment, but the rest is really firing. Right, so let's have a look. Euro then, and this is the full euro complex. It's strong except against the dollar, the yen and the Swiss. The yen is strong across the board. The pound is weak except against the AUD and the NZD. The Swiss is strong across the board. The CAD is weak except against the pound, the AUD and the NZD. The AUD is weak except against the New Zealand dollar. The New Zealand dollar is weak across the board, and the dollar is strong except against the yen and the Swiss. So what have we got? We've got yen strength across the board, Swiss strength, and New Zealand full weakness. So standard sort of risk off ultimately. Right, so right, let's have a look at what's been happening in the other asset classes. Right, so we've got the dollar index. We've got the dollar index, which pretty much looks like it broke the resistance. It's come back and it's now in line with the previous high. Gold has come back a bit. It's about 0.2 from the floor, from the modelled floor. Oil's had a couple of punches down. It's about 0.33 from the high. Wall Street broke through the high. It's now about there in relative terms. The S&P likewise, it broke through the high just, and it's now just sub highs. The tech never made it through the highs, but it's operating sort of around there. Right, what else have we got? We've got US 10-year and the European bond. So they're bonds. So we've got US 10-year. What we got here then? The US 10-year basically looks like that. It's about 0.33 from the floor. The bond looks about like that. It's 0.5. It's about half marks. So remember, these are prices. So the yields have come off a little bit. Still, relatively speaking, US yields higher than European yields. Right. What else have we got? We've got copper. Right, we've got copper. We've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, it came back to the second pump, went back to base camp, messed about, and it's now at the second pump again. So it's not really moving much. It's just dirging around. US steel, if you remember, looked like this. They sold it off at the double top, and it's now about 0.5, half marks from the peak, both peaks. Right, so let's really think about what's going on. Well, as I say, the analysts are starting to make noises about the AUD dollar. It's some sort of head and shoulders arrangement. Well, that may be so, but we're operating about at the neckline at the moment. But we're expecting the AUD dollar to take off in the positive direction. As I said, we're short NZD against the euro, the pound, the CAD, and the AUD. We're about plus 2,600 points profit, and really we're just getting going. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to the head and shoulders pattern. We don't. If the market decides to break this neckline, it'll be a false breakout in our opinion. So something to think about. Anyway, so hope your trading's going well. We're going to carry on with our positions, and see you tomorrow for the daily briefing. Hope that was useful. Thank you.